Welcome to the podcast Friday Feels, brought to you by the Office of Counseling and Wellness at Berkeley College. I'm your host and personal counselor, Sarah Nickerson. Join our journey with Berkeley students as they navigate the challenges of the current pandemic with strength, creativity, and wisdom. New episodes released every Friday. Thanks for listening. So Ashley, welcome to Friday Feels. We're so excited to have you on today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Good. So usually we have the student just tell us a little bit about themselves and anything you'd like to share, I would love to hear.
So, my name's Ashley Acosta. This is my first semester at Berkeley and completely new to having school online. I'm so used to being on campus, so this is a little bit different for me. Um, and my major is medical assisting. And I've
Cool.
always wanted to go into the medical field.
Nice. What campus are you at?
Woodland Park.
Woodland Park. Nice. That's really cool. Yeah. What has it been like for you having everything online? Has it been difficult? Have you been able to adjust to it?
I've been able to adjust to it. It's different, but it's not so bad.
Yeah. What's been surprising to you about it?
I would say how much virtual like resources that they have.
Yeah.
You can still do tutoring online. You can meet with your professors online during their office hours. Connect with other students. I think that's really good. Still kind of having some form of interaction with your classmates.
Yeah. I think that's definitely been hard for people to get used to, but I'm glad to hear that you have figured out a way to make it work for you. That's really cool. How has your pandemic been?
In the beginning, it was really kind of hard because I was at a different school prior to going to Berkeley,
Mm,
and it was hard to just transition from being on campus to online because I think they only had like a week to really prepare everything.
yeah. Yeah.
And I still work, and it was hard just trying to work and do school at the same time.
Yeah. I can imagine that balance must have been really difficult to try to figure out.
Yeah.
What helped you to kind of add more balance to your schedule and to your day?
Just I would say just being more positive that everything will get better, and just kind of having a better schedule, like
Mm,
having a to-do list or something to really help you.
yeah, that makes sense. Um, did you pick up any hobbies in the pandemic?
Yes, I did. I taught myself how to do calligraphy.
What? That's so cool. I've always wanted to learn how to do that. How did you learn?
So I've always wanted to learn. So I came across an Instagram page of this person who has a whole business, and she sells pens and books and everything. So I thought that was really cool. So
Yeah.
I followed her page. I went to her website and bought some of her books and her pens and kind of went off that. And then I follow another person that I found on YouTube. It was just
Mm.
recommendations, and I just came across it, and I just clicked on a few videos, started watching them, and then taking some tips and just kind of teaching myself.
Yeah. And what is there a specific purpose you want to use it for?
No, not really. I just wanted to just kind of keep myself busy while I was at home, and I thought maybe
Mm.
picking up a new hobby would be pretty cool since I'm going to be home all the time.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'd love to see some of your stuff if you want to send it to me via email. I'd love to see it. That's such a cool, I'm sure it's really relaxing too.
Yeah, it really is.
Do you do different colors or is it just black ink or?
Yeah, I do different colors. I usually just use the black ink to practice, and then when I really want my final design, I'll just use all different colors.
What kind of things do you write?
I really like quotes,
Mm.
or like affirmations, and I just like to just write them and then make it look really nice.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite quote that you've worked on?
Um, my favorite quote is "You can do it."
I love that. It's simple but so true.
Yeah.
That's really great. What are some other things that you do for self-care?
So before I never used to really practice self-care because I'm the type person I'm always going, like going to school, going to work. I'm always like busy throughout the day. And during the pandemic, I really practiced self-care and
Nice.
like mindfulness, meditation. I really like to journal. That's one thing that I have been doing more of.
What kind of journaling do you do?
Just like writing down feelings. I really love affirmations, so I just look up quotes and stuff and write them
Yeah.
down.
I love that. That's really cool. I think it's like so wonderful to surround yourself by words and phrases that are going to be really motivating for you.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Do you know what you want to do with your degree once you graduate?
Yeah, so I want to work maybe in pediatrics in a probably pediatric clinic and
Nice.
probably just do medical assisting for a few years. And I want to go up in my career, maybe go into pediatric nursing.
Ooh, nursing is, I mean, I always wanted to be a nurse, but I don't think I was science is not my strong suit. So that's awesome that you want to do it. And it sounds like are you really passionate about working with kids?
Yes.
That's amazing. What kind of drew you into this particular field?
Um, I don't know. Like I've always wanted to be in the medical field, and I love kids. And as I got older, I just wanted to be part of something that will help people or kids or anything. And I went to in high school that is a technical school and they have different shop areas. So I was in the
Wow.
healthcare one and I really grew more in love with it because we learned all these different things and
Yeah.
we would like practice and stuff like that. So that's why I got more into it.
That's amazing. And then you decided, that you'd go back to school for it. And it sounds like you have a really set kind of plan in place for you as the future unfolds.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Has there been anything about the pandemic that's been difficult for you?
I would say like for right now, probably just balancing work and school since I have to be like on the computer all the time. So I'm not
Mm,
working more as I used to and just kind of finding that balance.
yeah, yeah, that's so true. It's like I feel like when you're at home all the time, it's so hard to separate your daytime from your evening time and everything kind of blends together.
Yeah.
Have you been able to be with your family, to see friends?
Yeah, I've been with my family. My friends, we haven't really seen each other, but we always like meet on Zoom because we
Nice.
know it's not safe yet, so we just always connect on Zoom.
That's awesome. So, do you guys just talk or do you play games or
Yeah, we just talk, like just kind of like catch up with each other.
That's really good. What has given you a sense of hope in the pandemic?
I would say being positive and knowing that it will get better and just kind of have a positive outlook instead of, worrying about everything. I know it's hard, but
Mm,
it's really good to be like calm and know that it will definitely get better.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's such good advice. I know in the pandemic, so many people struggle with the moment that is right now. Like it kind of almost feels like it'll never end or things won't change. And so reminding yourself that we will move out of this space, that we'll be able to move forward. That's really good. I like that a lot. Has there been anything that's been really helpful for you during this time?
I would say like talking to people, like either
Mm,
family, friends, and if you're in school, if you talk to your professors, that really helps because they understand, it's not easy, but we are
mm.
here for each other and we can still talk to each other and still be able to communicate.
Yeah, yeah. I think communication has been hard for a lot of people in the pandemic because the ways of communicating have changed, but it's good to hear that you're connecting with your professors and you're trying to stay connected with them as much as you can. Do you do any clubs on campus?
Well, I just recently joined some clubs. I went to like their like virtual club fair.
Yeah. What did you decide to join any?
Yeah, I decided to join the leadership team and the
Nice.
student development um club.
That's awesome. What will you do as a part of the leadership team?
So they have like different positions. I decided to try to go for the marketing coordinator.
Mhm.
So like trying to like present like, whenever we have events and things like that, post it on the Yammer page or Instagram or wherever they post it
Yeah.
and just really like social media.
That's amazing. It sounds like that'll be really rewarding for you, especially since you're kind of into that sort of graphic design creative space.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, my last question for you will be if you had to give any advice or encouragement to other Berkeley students, what would it be?
It would be, even though we're on virtual, you will get through this. You will be able to still go to school even though it's virtual. Just try to have like a schedule of how you're gonna like study and get everything done, have a to-do list. That really helps me. So that's my biggest like tip, just making sure you just have like that balance of scheduling everything. Make sure you have a planner that will be like
Mhm.
your best friend, and if you're into stationery, have like a whole bunch of like notepads and stuff. That will really
Yeah.
help.
Yeah, I think sometimes people overlook that. Like, it seems like, oh, well, what is writing it down really going to do for me? But having a planner really helps to keep you organized because it's almost like getting everything out of your head and onto paper so that you can see it clearly and you can organize your time and your assignments. And so you don't forget anything. So I think that's really, really good advice. That's awesome. Well, Ashley, I'm so glad that we got to have you on Friday Feels today. I'm super excited for your future. It sounds like you are really passionate and creative and just know what it is that you want to do with your life. And I'm so proud of you for taking those steps and moving in the direction of your dreams. I know that the pandemic has been so hard for so many people and has thrown a lot of people off, but I'm really happy to hear that you have persevered and that you've pushed through, and that you're staying focused. And I really hope that your time at Berkeley College is able to reflect back to you all of the wonderful pieces of who you are and everything that you have to offer the world. And I am really excited to see where you end up and what you end up doing. So I'm really glad to have gotten to spend some time talking to you today.
Thank you.
Yeah. And hopefully one day if I ever am in Woodland Park, well, hopefully we'll be able to meet face to face one
Yes.
day. And also we'll have I know that personal counseling is having some craft, like arts and crafts sessions coming up. So if you want to join, our first one I think is going to be next week actually on February, I believe it's February 16th. We're going to be making Mardi Gras masks. So actually not next week, but the week after. So if you want to join that, keep an eye out for the Zoom link on Yammer. And I would love to have, another creative person there. So
Yeah, that would be really nice.
cool. All right, Ashley, I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. That's all for now. Join us next week for another episode of Friday Feels. Enjoy your weekend and stay safe. Be well.